Overthinking is more than just excessive thinking, it is a chronic mental pattern that directly disrupts the delicate balance between the mind and body. When the brain is flooded with repetitive, worry-driven thoughts, the nervous system responds as though it is under constant threat, releasing stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals, when persistently elevated, place a significant strain on multiple bodily systems, including the cardiovascular system, digestive system, and immune response. The constant activation of the fight or flight response prevents the body from entering a state of rest and repair, leading to fatigue, inflammation, and vulnerability to illness. Overthinking, therefore, is not merely a mental issue, it is a physiological stressor that can undermine overall health. The impact of overthinking on sleep is particularly pronounced. When the mind is continuously engaged in loops of analysis, worry, or self-criticism, the body struggles to relax into restorative sleep cycles. Poor sleep quality affects hormone regulation, memory consolidation, and cellular repair, creating a cascading effect that exacerbates both mental and physical health issues. Individuals who overthink often report difficulty falling asleep, frequent waking during the night, and morning fatigue, all of which reduce resilience and impair cognitive function. This ongoing disruption demonstrates how overthinking directly interferes with the body's natural ability to heal and maintain equilibrium. Overthinking also places a heavy burden on the immune system. Chronic mental stress suppresses the production of immune cells and weakens the body's ability to fight infections and recover from injuries. At the same time, inflammation, which is often heightened by stress, becomes a silent contributor to a range of chronic diseases, including cardiovascular conditions, diabetes, and autoimmune disorders. The mind, when consumed by relentless thoughts, inadvertently sabotages the body's natural defenses, highlighting the inextricable connection between mental activity and physical well-being. Additionally, overthinking affects energy levels and motivation. The mental exhaustion caused by excessive rumination drains focus and vitality, making everyday tasks feel more challenging and diminishing overall life performance. Muscle tension, headaches, and gastrointestinal discomfort are common physical manifestations of a mind trapped in cycles of overthinking, further demonstrating how deeply the mental state influences bodily health. Breaking the cycle of overthinking begins with awareness of the mind-body connection. Understanding that thoughts can produce real physiological effects empowers individuals to implement practices that reduce mental clutter and restore balance. Techniques such as focused breathing, meditation, journaling, and mindful observation of thoughts create space for the nervous system to downregulate, allowing the body to enter states of repair and rejuvenation. Recognizing the tangible health consequences of overthinking provides strong motivation to develop mental habits that protect both cognitive clarity and physical wellness. Ultimately, overthinking is a direct disruptor of the mind-body equilibrium, creating stress, inflammation, and fatigue while impairing sleep, immunity, and energy. By addressing this pattern, individuals can restore balance, reduce stress hormones, and allow the body and mind to function harmoniously. The path to health begins with understanding that mental habits are not isolated, they have a profound and measurable impact on physical well-being. Making the cessation of overthinking a critical step in healing the mind and body. Letting go of overthinking is not just a mental exercise, it has profound effects on the body's ability to heal and function optimally. When the mind is consumed by repetitive thoughts, worry, and mental chatter, it keeps the nervous system in a constant state of alert. This sustained stress response floods the body with cortisol and other stress hormones, which disrupts normal cellular functions and promotes inflammation. By reducing overthinking, the brain signals the body to enter a state of calm and repair, allowing organs, tissues, and the immune system to work efficiently. Mental clarity becomes a gateway for physical healing because the body can finally focus its energy on restoration rather than being trapped in survival mode. The connection between mental clarity and physical health is supported by neuroscience and stress physiology. When the mind slows down and obsessive thinking diminishes, the prefrontal cortex, which governs reasoning and decision-making, strengthens its influence over the amygdala, the brain's fear and stress center. This shift reduces the frequency and intensity of stress responses, helping to normalize heart rate, blood pressure, and respiration. With lower cortisol levels, the immune system is no longer suppressed, allowing for better defense against infections and improved recovery from illness or injury. Organs such as the liver, kidneys, and digestive system function more effectively because the body is no longer in a prolonged fight or flight state. Mental clarity also promotes better sleep, which is a critical component of physical healing. Overthinking often leads to racing thoughts at bedtime, preventing the nervous system from transitioning into restorative sleep cycles. Poor sleep impairs hormone regulation, slows cellular repair, and weakens cognitive and emotional resilience. When the mind is calmer, sleep becomes deeper and more restorative, enhancing the body's ability to heal itself naturally. Adequate rest supports tissue regeneration, strengthens immunity, and restores energy levels, creating a feedback loop where mental clarity and physical wellness reinforce each other. In addition to physiological benefits, mental clarity encourages healthier lifestyle choices. A mind free from excessive rumination is more likely to make conscious decisions about nutrition, movement, and self-care. Overthinking often drives stress-related behaviors such as overeating, poor food choices, or sedentary habits. By clearing mental clutter, individuals regain focus and intentionality, leading to habits that support long-term physical health. This combination of mental and behavioral changes accelerates overall healing, demonstrating that the mind is not only the source of stress but also a powerful ally in restoring well-being. Furthermore, reducing overthinking fosters emotional stability, which indirectly benefits the body. Emotional turbulence caused by rumination elevates stress hormones and increases inflammation, while calm emotional states promote homeostasis. A stable emotional environment allows the cardiovascular, digestive, and endocrine systems to operate without unnecessary strain. Ultimately, mental clarity achieved through stopping overthinking serves as a foundation for holistic health. By quieting the mind, the body is free to repair, restore, and function at its best. The reduction of stress hormones, improved sleep, enhanced immune function, and healthier behavioral choices collectively demonstrate that a calm mind is essential for physical healing. Mental clarity is not just a cognitive benefit, it is a critical driver of bodily well-being, showing that the cessation of overthinking directly nurtures the health of both mind and body. Breaking free from overthinking brings profound emotional freedom, which in turn supports the healing of both mind and body. When the mind is caught in cycles of worry, self-doubt, and repetitive analysis, emotions such as fear, guilt, and frustration dominate, creating internal tension that manifests physically. Chronic emotional stress triggers the release of cortisol and adrenaline, which not only elevate heart rate and blood pressure, but also increase inflammation throughout the body. By learning to stop overthinking, individuals create a mental environment where emotions are observed rather than amplified, allowing a sense of calm to replace persistent anxiety. This emotional liberation reduces the physiological burden of stress and supports overall well-being. Overthinking keeps the mind focused on hypothetical scenarios or past mistakes, which generates a constant state of internal conflict. These mental loops amplify emotional reactivity, leading to mood swings, irritability, and a heightened sense of vulnerability. Emotional turmoil, in turn, affects decision-making, relationships, and energy levels, creating a feedback loop that reinforces both mental and physical strain. By interrupting this cycle, individuals gain the ability to regulate emotions more effectively, respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, and experience a steadier, more balanced emotional state. Emotional freedom achieved through reduced overthinking is a prerequisite for mental clarity, resilience, and physical recovery. Physiologically, the benefits of emotional freedom are substantial. Lowering emotional stress decreases cortisol levels, which reduces systemic inflammation, protects cardiovascular health, and strengthens the immune system. The digestive system functions more efficiently because the body is no longer in a prolonged state of sympathetic arousal. Muscle tension diminishes, headaches become less frequent, and overall energy levels increase, creating conditions where the body can repair and regenerate. Emotional freedom directly influences physical health by alleviating the strain that chronic stress and negative emotional states place on the body. Emotionally liberated individuals also experience improved mental focus and creativity. When the mind is no longer occupied with incessant worry or overanalyzing, cognitive resources can be redirected toward problem solving, goal setting, and meaningful engagement with life. This mental clarity reinforces emotional stability as people feel more in control of their thoughts, choices, and responses. The result is a virtuous cycle. Reduced overthinking leads to emotional freedom, which enhances cognitive performance, which further reduces stress and supports emotional well-being. Relationships benefit as well when emotional freedom is achieved. Overthinking often distorts perceptions of others' intentions, creating unnecessary conflict or misunderstandings. By calming the mind, individuals are able to respond with empathy, patience, and clarity, fostering healthier and more supportive connections. Emotional stability nurtures social bonds, which in turn provide additional psychological and physiological benefits, including stress reduction and improved mood regulation. Ultimately, emotional freedom through stopping overthinking is a cornerstone of holistic health. By quieting the mind and releasing obsessive thought patterns, individuals gain control over their emotional states, reduce the physiological impact of stress, and create conditions for physical healing. Emotional liberation strengthens resilience, enhances focus, and improves overall quality of life, demonstrating that the path to healing the mind and body begins with freeing oneself from the chains of overthinking. Mindfulness is one of the most powerful tools for breaking the cycle of overthinking and promoting healing for both mind and body. Overthinking often traps individuals in repetitive mental loops, focusing on past regrets or future uncertainties, which generate stress and tension throughout the nervous system. Mindfulness interrupts these loops by anchoring attention in the present moment, creating awareness of thoughts and feelings without judgment. This conscious observation allows the mind to step back from obsessive thinking patterns, reducing mental clutter and fostering a sense of calm. By practicing mindfulness regularly, individuals cultivate the ability to notice their thoughts without being consumed by them, which decreases stress and its harmful effects on the body. The practice of mindfulness affects the body on a physiological level by calming the nervous system. When the mind is preoccupied with overthinking, the sympathetic nervous system, the body's fight or flight response is chronically activated, releasing cortisol and other stress hormones. This prolonged activation contributes to inflammation, high blood pressure, digestive issues, and weakened immunity. Mindfulness activates the parasympathetic nervous system, encouraging relaxation, lowering cortisol levels, and reducing inflammation. The body can then engage in restorative processes such as cellular repair, immune support, and cardiovascular balance, all of which are essential for holistic health. Mindfulness also improves emotional regulation by creating space between stimulus and response. Overthinking often amplifies fear, worry, and self-doubt, causing emotional reactions that are disproportionate to the situation. By observing thoughts and emotions without judgment, individuals develop the ability to respond with intention rather than reacting impulsively. This emotional regulation reduces mood swings, anxiety, and irritability, creating a mental environment conducive to healing. As the mind stabilizes, the body benefits from reduced muscle tension, improved digestion, and better sleep, highlighting the interconnectedness of mental and physical well-being. In addition, mindfulness enhances awareness of bodily sensations, which strengthens the mind-body connection. Many overthinking patterns disconnect individuals from their physical experience, leading to neglect of self-care or misinterpretation of bodily signals. Mindfulness encourages attention to subtle cues such as tension, fatigue, or discomfort, allowing individuals to respond appropriately through rest, movement, or nutrition. This heightened awareness supports proactive health management and fosters a deeper understanding of how mental states influence physical condition. The mental clarity achieved through mindfulness also contributes to improved decision-making and problem-solving. With fewer intrusive thoughts, the mind is free to focus on priorities, set goals, and evaluate situations objectively. This clarity reduces the mental exhaustion caused by overthinking, creating energy that can be directed toward constructive actions rather than being wasted on worry. Ultimately, mindfulness serves as a bridge between the mind and body, offering a practical and accessible way to stop overthinking and promote holistic healing. By cultivating present moment awareness, emotional regulation, and bodily attention, individuals reduce stress, enhance mental clarity, and support physical restoration. The consistent practice of mindfulness empowers the mind to calm itself, which in turn allows the body to heal, demonstrating that the cessation of overthinking is not only a mental relief but a fundamental tool for comprehensive health. Overthinking significantly clouds judgment and impairs decision-making, creating stress that affects both the mind and body. When the brain is consumed by repetitive thoughts, doubts, and hypothetical scenarios, it becomes difficult to process information objectively and make clear choices. This mental noise not only leads to indecision but also generates emotional tension, which triggers the release of stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals, when chronically elevated, place strain on the cardiovascular system, suppress immune function, and disrupt digestion, demonstrating that mental overactivity has a direct impact on physical health. By learning to stop overthinking, individuals restore clarity, which allows for better decision-making and reduces the physiological toll of chronic stress. Overthinking often results in a phenomenon known as decision fatigue. When the mind continuously cycles through options, outcomes, and potential mistakes, cognitive resources become depleted. This fatigue reduces mental sharpness, impairs judgment, and increases the likelihood of poor choices. Physiologically, decision fatigue manifests as exhaustion, muscle tension, and disrupted sleep patterns, further exacerbating stress-related damage. By calming the mind and breaking these obsessive thought patterns, individuals preserve cognitive energy, enabling more deliberate, thoughtful decisions that are aligned with personal values and long-term goals. Clarity in decision-making also positively affects emotional well-being. Overthinking often amplifies fear, doubt, and anxiety, creating a loop where indecision reinforces negative emotions. When mental clarity is restored, individuals can observe their thoughts without being dominated by them, allowing for emotional regulation and reduced anxiety. This emotional stability lowers stress hormone levels, decreases systemic inflammation, and supports overall physiological balance. The body responds to mental calmness with improved heart rate variability, more efficient digestion, and enhanced immune function, demonstrating the direct connection between cognitive clarity and physical health. Moreover, stopping overthinking enables better prioritization and focus. When mental clutter is reduced, attention can be directed toward actions that matter most, increasing productivity and life satisfaction. This intentional focus reduces wasted energy, both mentally and physically, allowing the body to operate efficiently and recover from stress. Over time, the consistent practice of quieting the mind strengthens resilience, making it easier to navigate challenges without becoming overwhelmed or reactive. Improved decision-making also strengthens confidence and self-trust. Chronic overthinking erodes belief in one's own judgment, creating dependency on external validation or second-guessing. By learning to quiet the mind and trust in their ability to make choices, individuals cultivate self-assurance, which reduces anxiety and further diminishes the physiological impacts of stress. Confident decision-making promotes a sense of control over life circumstances, enhancing both mental and physical well-being. Ultimately, stopping overthinking restores mental clarity, which is essential for effective decision-making and emotional regulation. By breaking cycles of obsessive thought, individuals reduce stress, preserve cognitive energy, and allow the body to function optimally. Clear thinking fosters confidence, focus, and resilience, creating a positive feedback loop that enhances both mental and physical health. The mind's ability to make deliberate choices directly influences overall well-being. demonstrating that halting overthinking is a crucial step in healing and maintaining a healthy, balanced life. Letting go of overthinking frees mental and physical energy, unlocking vitality and overall life performance. When the mind is trapped in endless loops of worry, analysis, and what if scenarios, it consumes enormous cognitive resources that could otherwise be used for constructive thinking, creativity, and problem solving. This mental exhaustion manifests physically as fatigue, muscle tension, headaches, and disrupted sleep patterns. The body is left in a heightened state of stress with cortisol and adrenaline continually elevated, preventing restorative processes such as immune function, tissue repair, and cardiovascular recovery. By reducing overthinking, individuals release this unnecessary mental load, allowing both the mind and body to operate at their fullest potential. Excessive thinking often drains motivation and focus. People who overthink may feel paralyzed when faced with decisions or overwhelmed by tasks, leading to procrastination and decreased productivity. This mental stagnation produces additional stress and anxiety, creating a self-perpetuating cycle that saps energy and diminishes physical vitality. By calming the mind, attention and energy are restored, enabling individuals to engage fully with life, pursue goals, and respond to challenges with clarity and confidence. The release of mental clutter directly translates into increased physical stamina, improved posture, and enhanced overall vitality, demonstrating the intimate connection between cognitive and bodily health. Reducing overthinking also enhances emotional resilience. Mental overactivity intensifies fear, guilt, and self-criticism, which elevate stress hormones and contribute to chronic inflammation. Emotional regulation is compromised, making it difficult to navigate challenges without becoming overwhelmed. By stopping obsessive thought patterns, individuals create space for calm, balanced emotions, which positively affect heart rate, blood pressure, and digestive function. Emotional freedom allows the body to maintain homeostasis, supporting energy levels and enabling efficient physiological functioning. Mental clarity and reduced overthinking also improve sleep quality, a critical factor in restoring energy. A calm mind allows for deeper, uninterrupted sleep cycles, which facilitate cellular repair, cognitive consolidation, and hormonal balance. Sleep quality is often compromised in individuals who overthink, prolonging fatigue and weakening resilience. By quieting the mind, energy reserves are replenished, focus is sharpened, and physical performance improves. Additionally, releasing overthinking empowers better decision-making and prioritization. When the mind is no longer weighed down by excessive mental chatter, individuals can identify what truly matters and act with intention. This clarity conserves both mental and physical energy, reduces stress, and increases efficiency in daily life. Actions become more purposeful, responses more measured, and energy is redirected toward meaningful pursuits rather than wasted on worry or indecision. Ultimately, stopping overthinking liberates both the mind and body, freeing energy that was previously trapped in cycles of mental exhaustion. This liberated energy enhances vitality, focus, resilience, and performance, creating a foundation for improved physical health, emotional stability, and overall well-being. By learning to quiet the mind, individuals not only reduce stress, but also unlock their potential for thriving in all areas of life. The ability to release obsessive thought patterns is a critical step in achieving holistic health, demonstrating that mental freedom directly fuels physical energy, vitality, and life performance.